Habit three, dreams and purpose. Everyone needs a dream, a clear purpose. It's easy to let life happen to you when you lack purpose and have no dream to chase. You can easily spend large amounts of energy pursuing another person's goals. You can be tempted to move against your core values as you work hard to achieve somebody else's purpose. When you don't know your own purpose, you can often feel exhausted, drained, and depressed. Times like these can leave you vulnerable and more open to the power of persuasion. Dreams and purpose keep you alive, they give you direction. They can also give you the permission to stand on your values. Pursuing your passion can energize you, grow your confidence, and build your PWA. As your feeling of personal worth increases, so does your energy to pursue your dreams and live a boldly authentic life. They create a sustainable loop, feeding each other. The takeaway: don't be afraid to dream. Dreams are key for living a life of purpose and joy. All right, so here's the thing. I want to add something about dreams and purpose specifically. Back in 2022, when my wife was diagnosed with breast cancer and she went through all the surgery and the treatment and all of that stuff, we cleared our calendar, obviously, so that we could help her do what she needed to do to move beyond cancer. And she did, which was awesome. In 2023, she was cancer free, and we did a whole bunch of trips, and we were living and celebrating life. Very, 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 very grateful. Very grateful. Uh, However, in 2022, when we canceled everything, there was nothing to look forward to. We had nothing for our kids to look forward to. We had a bunch of vacations and trips planned, and we canceled all of that. And so, what I started to notice was during the summer, my kids are just sitting around, and it was like the color just faded out of them. They didn't have anything to look forward to. In the absence of something to look forward to, they fell into apathy. We we do the same. We do the same. If you and I don't have something that we are driven to go after, that we really want, that pulls us into the future, we will also fall into apathy. The color will also drain from us. Life will feel like it is losing its color also. We need something to look forward to. I heard that when the first astronauts went to the moon, they were all excited. They build up, build up, build up. They finally get to the moon. They touch down on the moon. They walk on the moon, and then they come back home, and they all fall into depression. What what's the next thing? They didn't have a next thing. For them, the top of the food chain, the top, the pinnacle was to walk on the moon. They did that. Now there was nothing else to go after, and they started to fall into behaviors and habits that were not necessarily healthy or working for them. Everybody needs something to chase. With my kids, once I realized that they needed something to look forward, that I needed something to look forward to, we picked up a PlayStation 5, so they were able to do that instead of going on the trips we wanted to do. And then I started to plan little trips along the way, just little micro. Maybe it's just a trip to the ice cream shop. Maybe it's a trip to the lake just for the weekend and back. But we started planning these little trips, and as we did that, we had little things to look forward to, and the color started coming back for the kids. For me, same thing with my business. Once I have a goal, we achieve the goal. It's very important we set the next goal and then the next goal. We did a trip in personally, we did a trip in 23, and then we needed to plan another trip for the next year and or 2 years after that. We always need something. You need something also. When we don't have that and the color drains from life and we fall into apathy, it's very easy. We are primed to fall in step to pursue or help somebody else follow their goals and achieve their goals. And when we do that, we sacrifice our own values and we start to sacrifice ourselves along the way because we're like, here it is. We become so much more easily persuaded in the absence of a very clear dream, clear purpose. So, what is your purpose? What is your dream? What are you chasing down? What gets you excited? If you don't have an answer for that, I strongly encourage you to work with a coach or with a counselor or a therapist or some mentor to help get really clear on what your purpose is and then line up a whole bunch of dreams to get you going. Jim Rohn has a phenomenal exercise on identifying your 50 dreams and then categorizing them down to 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 10 plus, and then putting them in a line. We're like, we're going to hit this, and then we're going to hit this, and then we're going to hit this. Please do that. Please do that. We all need something to chase.